Welcome to episode 106 of Real Estate, Real Life, Real Talk, and Real Live with your host, myself, Damon, the agent. I thank you all for joining me each and every Friday at 12 noon, where I talk to you about the latest world in real estate. And also, me, I always have topics of discussions. So, as I begin my show today, I'm going to add a little words of inspiration. I was in my office yesterday, and as I was leaving out, I was holding a book that I'm currently reading, which is the 5 a.m. Club. The 5 a.m. Club. I'm reading this book, and as you can see at the bottom, it says, Own your morning, elevate your life. Own your morning, elevate your life. And I started reading some of these things to my colleagues, and they felt it was very inspirational and that they needed to hear it at that particular moment. They said they really needed to hear that. So because it was something that was touching to them, I thought I'd just share with you all just some of the things that I've highlighted in this book just to begin my show. And hopefully it will touch you all. Now, like I said, this book is called The 5 a.m. Club, and it stresses in order to own your morning, you will elevate your life. But let me just, again, read some things that I've highlighted and hopefully it touch you as well. Alexa, stop. All right. Limitations is nothing more than a mentality that too many good people practice daily until they believe it's a reality. Again, limitation is nothing more than a mentality that too many good people practice daily until they believe it's a reality. You need to remember that your excuses are seducers, your fears are liars, and your doubts are thieves. Again, you need to remember that your excuses are seducers, your fears are liars, and your doubts are thieves. No matter where you are on the pathway of your life, please don't let the pain of an imperfect past hinder the glory of your fabulous future. You are so much more powerful than you may currently understand. Splendid victories and outright blessings are coming your way. If you sense your life's a mess right now, this is simply because your fears are just a little stronger than your faith. With practice, you can turn down the volume or voice of your scared self and increase the tone of your most triumphant side. The truth is that every challenging event you've experienced, each toxic person that you've encountered, and all the trials you've endured have been perfect preparation to make you into the person that you are now. You needed these lessons to activate the treasures, talents, and powers that are now awakening within you. Nothing was an accident. Zero was a waste. You're definitely exactly where you need to begin the life of your most supreme desires. One that can make you an empire builder along with a world changer and perhaps even a history maker. And I'm gonna read two more from you all. Ideas are worth nothing unless backed by application. The smallest implementations is always worth more than the grandest of intentions. And if being an amazing person and developing a legendary life was easy, everyone will be doing it. Know what I mean? So, and I'm going to finish on this, and then I'm going to get into my topics and stuff. Hard is good. Real greatness and the realization of your inherent genius is meant to be a difficult sport. Only those devoted enough to the fiery edges of their highest limits will expand them. Anyway, let me simply say that the place where your greatest discomfort lies is also the spot where your largest opportunity lives. The beliefs that disturb you, the feelings that threaten you, the projects that unnerve you, and the unfoldments of your talents that the insecure part of you is resisting are precisely where you need to be. Now, I read some of the stuff that I've highlighted in this book. Again, it's called The 5 a.m. Club. Own your morning, elevate your life. As you can see, over 15 million copies. But I wanted to just share that because sometimes we need to hear certain things that would spark us, that would motivate us, that would encourage us, that will help us to move forward in life, because some of us are at a stagnant place. Some of us are not moving forward. Some of us look at ourselves and we say to ourselves, oh, I'm not where I want to be. But just because you're not where you want to be don't mean you can't get to where you want to be. Every day that you wake up is another day for you to get it right. Every day that you wake up is something that, is letting you know that, for you and for others, that it's meant, much more is meant for you. So reading, I said this before, reading is fundamental. But reading, I know people like to look at videos and everything, which is good, but they have audio books nowadays. There's so much knowledge in books that if you'll choose to read, for those who read, you'll know like I know, but for those who don't read, there's so much knowledge in books. Every millionaire and billionaire, and I'm not talking about the ones who became millionaire overnight because of social media or something. I'm talking about all the ones who have earned, all the elders, all the wealthy people. They read a lot of books because they're knowledge in book. And all the resources that we want in this world, we can get. We just have to figure out how to get it. And half the time it's in a book on how to get it. So I wanted to just share that with you all, those nuggets. And I'm going to get into my wonderful world of real estate. So today's topic is going to be about 203K. I'm a FHA 203K. And for those who don't know, a FHA loan is a Federal Housing Administration loan in which the minimum down payment is 3.5% of the purchase price. A FHA 203K loan is actually a rehabilitation loan. It's for renovation. It's to help spruce up a property. For example, if you see short sale properties, foreclosure properties, those are usually the best sources to use a FHA 203K loan. So when people want to purchase, let's say, a foreclosed property and they are unable to do so, and they don't have all the money for a conventional loan to do so, another way of doing it is through the FHA 203K loan. Now with the FHA 203K loan, there is like a streamlined loan, and there's also a full-blown 203K loan. The streamlined loan is doing updates that cost comes under $35,000. The limit used to be $15,000 on it. They have recently increased it to $35,000. A full-blown 203K loan is when the costs are going to accrue over $35,000, and that's when it gets into major rehab. Now, here's the thing with 203K loans. In many cases, especially if you're doing the full-blown 203K loans, you're going to have to pay for an FHA inspector to actually come out, go over like a architectural blueprint plan with the potential buyer. And then also, once you go through the process, there's a timeline involved. Normally, it takes roughly 3 months minimum on a full-blown 203K loan. Just depends on the construction, how much work needs to be done, the materials, all of that. And another thing with the 203K loan is you will always have to have more than one appraisal. You normally get an appraisal the first time when you purchase the home, and then after all the work is done, the lenders like to do another appraisal, making sure that the value is true. Now, another thing about the 203K loan is in most cases, the interest rate is slightly higher than the standard interest rate. So this is a good product for any potential buyer that is looking at possibly using it. Possibly they see a house that needs work. They really want to buy it. They say, oh, but I can't afford to do the upgrades. And in some cases, for some homeowners who may be living in a property now and they need to do some upgrades, they can possibly talk to their lenders and refinance into a streamlined 203K loan. Now, like I said, I have great resources for people when it pertains to lenders, when it pertains to directing you to the right person. So if you are not sure where to go, or if you would like more information about that, I can always connect you to a well-educated lender that can help you with the FHA 203K loan. So that's the 203K loan. Hold on for 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. So I'm going to go into my next section is, like I told you before, I tend to talk about life insurance products now and also annuities to help give people financial education on things in life. And today I want to briefly share and talk to you about living benefits. Now, when people think about life insurance, many people think about death benefits. They think about, oh, when I pass away, or if my loved one passed away, they're thinking about the money they'll get afterward. That's why, unfortunately, there have been people, I'm not even going to talk about it. But like I said, people think about the death benefits of life insurance. But did you all know there's a living benefit? Yes, there's a living benefit. The purpose of the living benefit is while you're alive, it has features and protections that can help you while you're still alive. And that also, when it helps you, it can help you build wealth, and it's accessible while you are alive. That's why it's called living benefits. Now, there are some products that actually have living benefits. I've spoken to you all about the IUL, the Index Universal Life Policy, in which they have a great living benefit in that. Now, as I also mentioned, there are several types of life insurance policy. There's the term, there's the whole life, there's the IUL, there's the index, and there's another one too. Can't remember off the top of my head, but the IUL is the one that you would possibly use if you want to, if you're already investing into a life insurance policy right now, and it's not an IUL, I would strongly recommend you to look into it, because during COVID, when the world shut down and so many people were scrambling for money and many people took out a PPP loan, many people who had the IUL life insurance policy took money from their policy, you're tax free, and they did not have to pay it back. They did not have to pay it back. And it was an accumulation over time of the cash value that was in their policy. And again, there are some people sometimes who unfortunately have certain life situations in which, when they have these unfortunate life situations, they tend to go into the IUL, pull money, and it helps sustain them. You'll be surprised. That's why sometimes people can be working the same job. You can have the same salary as your coworker and your colleague, been working on a job 10, 15, 20 years, and they live a totally different lifestyle from you. You wonder what's going on. How come they can take 1 or 2 vacations a year? How come they have a nice house and I'm still in this apartment? How come they have nice cars? Well, sometimes it has to do with the money investment that they have chosen to make in their life. We all get money throughout our life. What you do with your money determines the lifestyle you live after you get the money. Getting money alone doesn't mean that you're going to live a fabulous life. That's why when you see professional sports, you see many people who go broke after they've earned millions of dollars. And you wonder, well, how do they do that? And then you see some athletes such as Shaquille O'Neal, Floyd Mayweather, Michael Jordan, and all these other people who, after they get that money, they're wealthy. The reason why is they chose good investment. Even when Kobe Bryant was alive, they chose good investment. And a lot of times, some of the investments because I know a lot of people don't have millions of dollars like they do, but some of the investments are at your fingertips. Like, you use it every day anyway. Like when you own a home, you have instant equity in your home. You can leverage your home to start a business. You can also get a business loan because you have your home as collateral. And then also, many of you already have life insurance policies through your job. But the problem is, many who have it through their job, you have to understand, the moment you start working that job, that policy is not going to be in effect for you at that same price. The premium is going to go up on that. And on top of that, if something was to happen to you, you know what I'm saying, sometimes your family members struggle to get even a portion of that money. And that's why you need to have a separate policy outside of your job, because you may feel like, oh, they're taking out $100 out my check or whatever it may be, and then this goes towards my policy. But the people who hired you, they're already getting a tax benefit for giving you that. That's, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to explain it to you in simpler terms for you to understand that your wealth, and part of your wealth can be done by you outside. You don't have to be a millionaire to live a good life. All you have to do is be wise with the money that you get, because in my many years of doing real estate, I've met people who, and I'm going to tell you this, years ago, I remember I met this guy. He had only made like $40,000, $50,000 a year. This guy had good credit. and he had money saved up. He got a home so easily. I had another client around that same time period. The guy made over 200,000, terrible credit, was in debt and everything. The difference in them, if you look at the income, one made 40,000, one made 200,000. The difference in them was their mindset and what they did with their money. That's why the one who made $40,000 had money saved up, had good credit, was able to buy a house easily. The one who had who made $200,000 was in debt, struggle, because the way people think about money. Some people see money and they're like, oh, let me go spend. They become consumers. Some people look at money and they say, oh, how can I get this money to make me more money? So it depends on your mindset, what's going on, what you're thinking about. But again, I want to just put this nugget in you that with your life insurance policy, there is a living benefit. It doesn't have to wait till somebody dies to use your policy. You can put it in place so that way, if you do pass away, your family members still have the death benefits, but while you were alive, you were able to utilize the living benefits. So I wanted to just share that with you all briefly, because some people don't understand about that, but I hope that you understand what I just said. And I'm going to do my Q&A real quick. This is my questions and answers, and then I'm going to come back with my topic of the day. Hold on for 1 second. All right, now. Hold on for 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be doing my Q&A. My questions and answers. So going into my section, and what is my first question? Okay. All right. First question of the day is one of my agents, okay, one of your agents, but I answer it. One of my agents gave me a dual agency form to sign. Do I have to sign that because I don't want to? One of my agents gave me a dual agency to sign. Do I have to sign it because I don't want to? Here's the thing. The dual agency sign, most of the time buyers don't have a choice in signing that. The reason why the dual agency is in place is because if you as a buyer are making an offer on a home that the listing agent is with the same company as your agent is, the dual agency is basically saying that this company has dual agency, meaning this company is representing both the seller and the buyer in this particular transaction. So it's somewhat mandatory for compliance because you have to understand it was displayed to you. And it's also, you know what I'm saying, letting you know that as a buyer, that other company, you know, is the same and it has to be in law. It's a law because there are some states and there's some issues that have occurred in the past that's why those forms have to be signed. I don't see why you wouldn't want to sign it because it has nothing to do with your offer or even a compensation. It's just a form that's explaining that the agent that you're working with is working with one company and that the listing agent, if they also are working with the same company as your agent is and you make an offer, is letting you know that this company represents both sides in the transaction. It's a good question. Okay, let me see if I got any more questions. All right, hold on. I gotta check one more place. Hold on. Sometimes these things move slow, y'all. All right. Okay. All right. So that was my only question. So I'll be back with my topic of the day. Hold on. Now, before I do my topic of the day, I just want to say thank you all for joining me. Please follow me on all social media platforms. I am on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. So when I turn to this side, because I'm looking at my people from TikTok. So my topic of today is the comment section. And I say this, you know, with wholeheartedly because I read something and I thought it was funny. Now, the comment section, I know sometimes when people look at things, they always go to the comment section. They want to see what the comments are and everything. And I read this and it made me think about a comment that I made. And I'm going to tell you all about it. This one says 12% of adults in the U.S. read below a 5th grade level. 19% of high school students in the U.S. can't read. 42 million U.S. adults can't read past a 5th grade level. 50% of adults in the U.S. can't read a book written at an 8th grade level. So this is a friendly reminder that there's likely a chance that that person you're thinking about going back and forth, who commented on something ridiculous on your post, didn't properly comprehend what you originally wrote. And that is so true, y'all. I commented on, I know you all know this guy, Justin LeBoy. I commented on it. It was a question. It asks what ruins intimacy. And I commented on it. And I'm, just thinking like what could possibly ruin. I said gospel music. I say other things, hearing your mother's voice, And people was like, oh, you need to have better, choose better or something. But it didn't say what did I experience. It said what ruined it. I was just answering the question. But as people were responding, it let me know that so many people don't read and they don't comprehend, because comprehension is key. That's why when you take tests, the standardized test that we took and everything, there was always a comprehension part in the test. And now I know why I pass my test all the time and so many people fail. Because people passively read, people just skim over things. People read the beginning of things, don't read the end of things. And then sometimes people don't fully understand. So when people are in the comment section and they going back and forth, it tells me a lot of things. It tells me they don't comprehend. It tells me they don't have nothing but time on their hand, because you got to have a lot of time on your hand to keep going back and forth with a stranger online that you don't even know. It tells me that sometimes that they're even miserable, because I've looked at a few comment sections and sometimes people just mean. They just mean for no reason. And a lot of times I think they do it to get a reaction from others. And sometimes it's just to make them feel good. But you got to understand that the comment section is hilarious for some people, because I know somebody say, I always go to the comment section. So the comment section is hilarious for some people. But understand, over 50% of the people in the comment section can't read past an 8th grade level. So when those people are going back and forth in the comment section, first of all, they're not millionaires. Most of them, I can tell you that, because most millionaires don't have time to be in the comment section, especially going back and forth. Even if a person may comment one time, they're not going back and forth. Second of all, some of them are miserable. Third of all, they can't comprehend, y'all. They cannot comprehend. So when you all find it funny sometimes to look at the comment section and say, oh, let me see what's going on, just understand that some of those people, they just talking and they didn't fully understand the question or the post. So just make sure that when you're in the comment section that you fully understand the content of the statement or whatever it is that you do, so that before you comment that you clearly understand. Because now I know there's slow, miserable people in the comment section who can't read. So why go back and forth with them? Because if you go back and forth with them, you're taking away your time. And guess what? Time is the one thing that none of us can never get back. You can get money back. You can get clothes back. You can even get another partner. You may not be able to get the same partner, but you can get another person. But you'll never be able to get time back. Think about all the time that you've lost and wasted with the wrong people. Think about the people that have passed away that you would give 5 minutes to spend time with them right now. So please don't waste your time in the comment section, because there are so many slow and illiterate people in the comment section, y'all. And that is a statement that I read and stuff. Again, I'm just going to read it real quick so you'll understand. It said, a friendly reminder that there's a likely chance that the person you're thinking about going back and forth, who commented something ridiculous on your post, didn't properly comprehend what you originally wrote. 21% of adults in the U.S. read below a 5th grade level. 19% of high school students in the U.S. can't read. 42 million U.S. adults can't read past a 5th grade level. 50% of adults in the U.S. can't read a book written at an 8th grade level. So these are some things to think about. So next time you comment in the comment section and then somebody says something crazy to you, they ain't worth your time unless you got time, because those people on there ain't got nothing but time. So let me come back with my recap, y'all. And again, please follow me on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, and TikTok. Now, again, y'all, I started my thing by going over some of my highlighted some of my highlighted pages in this book, The 5 a.m. Club. Own your morning, elevate your life. If you all want a good read, please go get the book. I promise you, it's going to spark something in you. And I also talked about the FHA 203K loan. It is a rehab renovation loan. It is a loan that can be used with foreclosed properties, also short sales for homeowners who are currently in their home and want to do some minor upgrades. And it's another way that you can finance and do it as well. And it is great. It's a good loan to use if you don't have the money to actually fix up your property. And then I also talked about the comment section, y'all. Please, please, please don't waste your time with people who ain't got nothing but time in the comment section, because again, more than 50% of them can't read past the 8th grade level. So they don't even understand fully the content of the post in some cases. They just talking, or they understand a few words that they began to read. So please don't waste your time, because none of us can get time back. Again, I thank you for joining me each and every Friday at 12 noon. Please follow me on all social media platforms, and also check out my website, DamonTheAgent.com. I'm licensed in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. If you need advice when it pertains to real estate, help, you need your house sold, because every house I touch turns to sold, please reach out to me. Right now, we have a thriving market. Houses are still moving, y'all. And I shall talk to you all next Friday. Talk to you. Have a great weekend.